welcome back to Inspire Broadband Presents Valorant Skirmish Cup Season 2. Well, after the Puja vacation, we are kind of pumped up to see what's up next by the players. But before we do get into that, Aggie, how was your Puja vacation with your family and friends?
Yeah, a little bit under the weather coming out from it though. The entire situation of first of all, don't forget season change. So I've been not that well, so I haven't been able to complete the entire festivities, being stuck at home and recuperating. But hopefully now that things have finally settled down, everything's up and done, I can get back to work, really get into that Valorant action once again. Hopefully my energy levels are not going to be suffering, but hey, we do have a good set of games for you here today to really see exactly what Valorant's going to be like moving forward for this entire tournament.
Absolutely, because now we're starting to wrap up the round of 16. This is the third day of round of 16, actually. So the best of one matches will be coming to an end pretty soon, as we are going to be having four teams fighting off against each other so that they can have the opportunity to fight against each other on the quarters, which is also going to be the same case tomorrow because tomorrow is the last day of round of 16. So I think the map bans are technically done, so which will be on your screen in a nick of time, even though from the information we have been provided with, it is going to be on Haven between the teams CEO and Funners. From what I can tell, uh, CEO is technically an up and coming team because I actually have gone through the spreadsheet thanks to Supersonic, our lovely host over here, who has provided me with it. So I have, as I said, seen some new faces, but on the other side, Funners, oh well, that's where the veterans are actually lying. A couple of players are also using their alt accounts, so that's also where Funners are gonna be having a little bit more of a fan heavy side, if I wanna say it, even though I don't wanna portray it like that, but I really hope CEO is ready to take the fight against them on the map of heaven.
Yeah, it's not going to be simple whatsoever when you think about the overall roster runners have on their team, especially on a map of Haven where the veterans have a tendency of being in a lot more of a better showing. It's going to be tough to say the very least of whether or not the members of CEO really have what it takes to really play the map of Haven to its fullest. It's a map that awards you for being creative. Creativity is the name of the game for this particular map, but at the same time, the bare bone basics of Valorant need to be at its peak whenever you're playing here. Similar to what we've seen from the map of Ascent in the past, if a team in particular doesn't really know the basics of map control, they will suffer the most on this particular map, even more than Ascent in some categories.
Yeah, couldn't agree more actually on that. But then again, this is some of the players who have to answer through their performance. We're seeing the how do I put it? The familiar face that we would have expected from the side of Funners. We have Mibun, or should I say Snowflakes, ARJ, Exorcist, Savage, and Majin Buu. And on the other side, we have Whiff Machine, Sami, GameSpy, Arrow Assassin, and Sim. I don't quite know if I've seen them playing before, but Whiff Machine and Sim does ring a bell in my head. So maybe, just maybe, they are veterans. We're just not able to remember their usernames. Might as well be. And if it is, that's actually gonna be an amazing one because on stream games are usually a lot more heated, a lot more competitive. I mean, I don't mind seeing a one-sided game, but usually it is underwhelming if you already know which team is gonna have the win. So that from our side as casters, it gets a bit more challenging to keep the fire up from the team who are the underdogs. Because once again, we want the region to grow, we want more talents to come up so that the region's competition and growth happens together as a whole. But then again, that is also a grind people needs to keep up because I think you'll agree to me, Agi, that there's a lot of teams we've seen with amazing calibers, but they just falls apart the moment the tournament's over.
Yeah, that is for certain. A lot of teams really stick together and really try to make things work out to go to that big stage. But in a way, I don't think that's going to be the case here for all of these
CEO.
players because the way that CEO have set up, Simp is also, just as you stated, a player that we have seen in the past, but he hasn't been really been the one to make that kind of a splash here in the tournament scene just yet. Hopefully, with the time being given to him, hopefully now that he has a little bit more of a different roster to really back him up, he has turned things around for his overall team, but you never really know because we've seen it time and time again that players that are adapting, who are still evolving their overall strategy, have a tendency of doing that during the match as well in certain instances. And on the map of Haven, where rounds can be very drawn out if your opponents are playing for the long game, playing for the default, playing for a pick, you are given that chance to really start to show up as yourself as an individual in certain instances. But we'll just have to wait and see how things are going to be looking for them on the very beginning stages, because in a way, I do believe that Funners, they're here to take this win as quickly as possible, because they understand if they allow their opponents a little bit too much time to really set their pieces in motion, they might have a hard time stopping them when it comes down to the very later stages of the game, where the rounds just really matter when things are closing out at the very last second.
Absolutely. And they're also the team who can obviously make the finishing happen and the start as well because of the experience they have. But I really keep my hopes up for the side of CEO as well, even though I know for a fact that Snowflakes will be mocking me for that. But then again, we have the audiences, we have the supporters. I really hope their spirits reach to the players, as we will be seeing the possible best outcome out of this game. Sadly, it is a best of one, as it is a round of 16. So CEO or Funners doesn't quite have any readings. It's technically a do or die for either of them. So the stakes are high, but then again, the stakes will get higher and higher as you progress to the upper brackets, and that's exactly where you are. Otherwise, the games wouldn't have been on stream. But I really hope the game has started, because it's taking just a little longer than what we have expected, aside from any technical difficulties which we have not been informed about. But if I have to talk about a bit more about what else is to be expected today, that is the next game we have, might as well have the, well, for both of the teams, Aggie, have the most awkwardest, or should I say creative, usernames or team names I've ever seen before. The first team is Thoda Casual Hai in Hindi, and the second one is Mojar Khela Valorant.
I
Not quite sure what
mean,
to.
in a way, you could say that it's two sides of the spectrum. One is Hindi, one is Bangla. It's kind of the similar meaning when you think about it.
God, I miss playing Monopoly. God, I miss playing Monopoly. There was times that Uchu just got so pissed that, hey, no, I'm just giving up and everything. But then again, well, those moments. Shout out to our brother over here. But yeah, that is true. But technically, it is. Did you just say it's Bangladesh versus India?
Technically, this.
Oh God. Well, that's something we'll have to see, because even the map bans and anything has not been started. But now, finally, the game is gonna be happening, as finally the players have loaded in, and looks like we are pumped up after all for the action to be rolling in. We are gonna be having CEO versus Funners going in for the first pistol round. I hope they're ready for this, because this is where it ends for either of these teams. But still, I know Funners will have a lot more of an audience, a backup. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the players are starting to take their position. Looks like they are gonna be opting to go for a defensive push instead. I do see Snowflakes just walking inside as the video ninja feed we were having. It's having some hard time as I'm constantly refreshing it. But here we go. Now it's
Oh wait, now it's working.
Yeah, it needed some refreshes actually. It didn't work instantly. As you texted me, so that's that. But anyways, I think it was probably Snowflakes who's responsible for the death of GameSpy, but probably he's gonna be responsible for more, because he's looking for blood, and now he has the opportunity as well, the space as well. Simp, better be ready for this.
He's already hitting for the first initial shots. Early C-long control is perfect. They don't even need to overtake this. Good smoke as utilization by Mazin Bu to just hold back the attackers from the C-long position, scaring them off to the very last second. And now they need to re-clear this. A lot of utility now being invested. The Skydog already being used that early to just take a space from C-long. That is huge for the defenders. Now, there's not really much of a chance to even try to rush into the side that easily. Beautiful smoke being given by Mazin Bu, and it's going to be a good kill coming out from the whiff machine to find the trade, but even then it's just not going to be enough. Savage with another kill of his own, and It's just about the hold. They're going to be able to finish out this round as quickly as
10
possible.
seconds left.
The last one's going to be Sami over towards the A side to try and maybe pull something off, but even then, it's going to be a difficult situation for him to find a kill to try and stabilize this team.
Well, he did find one kill with the sheriff, but he could not go for the rest of them. Even though some of the players were tagged, it's exactly where Fenner's experience actually starts to capitalize, because they are playing with that fear factor against CEO. The moment Snowflakes pushed into C main and got the initial frag, that's exactly where the message has been delivered that hey, we can play aggressive if you do not attack, because we are on defense. The clock favors us, but you just gotta make sure that you're making the absolute use out of it. But as of now, this is not the end of the world, as I do see a Odin in the hand of Savage. No surprises there, as he probably will be going for a couple of wall bangs, and looks at the side of Funners. They really are up to make this game as fast as possible, because they are going for the full buys, if I want to be honest. With Machine will be getting rid of Snowflakes. That is a Vandal in no man's land, but I don't think the defenders have the advantage. Attackers have the advantage to recover it. Mazin Buu will be swinging out, and now it's all up to GameSpy. He has a classic, and he is afraid, and he should be afraid. He is made out of meat, and now the shots will be connecting, and he will be getting rid of Savage. But so far, he can survive. The Odin will be recovered, but hey, considering that it was a full buy round and getting rid of 2 Vandals, I think I'll take it.
Yeah, that's for certain. Pretty good early start coming out from them. Little bit of an answer, but at the same time, confidence overflowing in the members of Funners here. Snowflake's taking that early hit there. It's going to put a dent over onto his economy, but a little bit of a weaker buy. I do believe that the members of Funners, they're going to be completely awake. Okay with this. Heading over in towards the seaside now. Early hit. Exorcist. Waiting for the initial bit of an answer, but with the weaker weapons that he has, he can't really risk staying inside of the site. Opting for a retake. Good for the early shot. Mazin Buu is able to find something here. ARJ immediately coming in for the trade, and they're just able to hold. One after the other, they have the answer, but at the same time, Arrow Assassin, he's not giving an inch of space away. Now it's all up to Snowflakes to try and go big here. Timing, present, dash through, spots out the last player, swing in, and he's gonna be able to find that shot, and this is Salmon at its finest. 3-0, ladies and gentlemen, as Funners, they run on the clutch of Miboon or Snowflakes as they take the 3rd round and a pretty hefty lead under their belt.
Indeed. That was a bonus round for them, so that's something they can work on. But then again, I actually forgot that his real name was Salmon, but thank you for the reminder. Snowflakes. He's really putting up a show right there. And every single time, however, he uses a different username and he texts me that, hey, that's me. I know that he plays on a lot of accounts, but at least now I have the information. But anyways, he is keeping his actions to himself and at the same time shining as he would. And he wants me to compliment him. And hey, he's earning it. I know for a fact Mai's not going to be happy about it, but what else can I do? Savage will, however, be activated, getting rid of the first Miboon, or should I say Snowflakes getting the second one, looking for more as they're just chasing the players down. The wallbangs are going to be on position, but still, the chase will not be successful as Simp is going to be getting rid of him instead, but still the recovery is not going to be there as there is still Savage available. CEO and GameSpy and Sami. Nice shots coming in from their side, but how long can he survive? I don't think so.
Wing in.
Yeah, there's no other way to actually say it, because they're just running it down. And look at that site as well. I forgot that I wanted to buy it. I think that site actually changes into a knife as well, right? Eddie?
They tried to, but I don't think they're going to be risking that just yet.
Oh.
Or no.
Anyways.
Yeah, oh, hello?
No, I was saying that the knife Mazin Buu was using, that also transforms into a...
Oh, right. Sorry. I think that Discord cut off for a second. I barely heard anything there. But,
oh, Discord moments.
Yes.
It's fine.
I was like so confused. It seems like we are all having issues here a little bit. Discord being at its finest, but for the players, I don't think that's going to be that much of a problem because they found a double answer. Even though the headhunter was able, oh, sorry, not the headhunter, the Hunter's Fury was able to find value. Savage nearly got his head popped off there. moments of hesitation. Walking up here. Another chance for him to take the fight. It's the angle. Baron present as he just needs to hold on to this A side. He has all the information in the entire world to try and play into this. And he's taking it slow. I like this. Savage. He's not risking anything, and his teammates, they understand the assignment. There's a possibility of a rotation, but if they go in for the commit, this one Odin is going to be able to hold them.
Absolutely. Now that he's also in heaven, he has that information and all over the place inside the objective, as he's also stalling the push as much as he can. The Cloudburst will be there to block him up for a little bit of time, but still, he will still remain unaffected. And now that he has all the utils available and his teammates as well, a retake's not gonna be that much difficult. But the attackers, however, will have to set up the crossfire fast, because the retake is happening very, very quickly, if you think about it, as they're starting to pop off heads one by one. Savage with one of his own, and now looking for the player inside the objective. Sami is in a pickle, but still the crossfire needs to work. At the wall bangs all gonna be there after all. ARJ and Savage will make sure this goes down. This is exactly where the Odin shines, because of these boxes being bangable. You cannot quite take too much cover, at least against an Odin. And just like that, 5-0 on the scorecard from the side of Funners, as they're not taking any prisoners whatsoever, as CEO is yet to find their footing. But however, I'll just mention one thing, because I forgot to say that is, I think Discord has had its issues, but at the same time, if we wouldn't have had the issues if we were using Inspire Broadband, just saying. It's our fault, so if you do not want these problems...
It's their fault as well, to a certain degree, because they don't supply internet to our area, so...
You know what?
Soon.
After the match, we are actually having a conversation. Good reminder. Because...
Hey, they did say... No, they did say they're gonna be extending... Yes.
So yes, if you're waiting for good internet, chill a little bit longer. You can use your third-party internet provider for a little bit longer, and then you will have the best out of them. Inspire Broadband. They are the ones who brought you this tournament.
Seems like the members of CEO could be giving them a silver platter here, but Masin Boo! He messed that one up really badly. Savage is going to be able to find a kill, and that's a huge one at that. Arrow Assassin, he did pop his ultimate to try and maybe find a kill, maybe get some information, but even then, this was so presumptuous. Exorcist, he's going to be able to take down two. And this has gone from bad to worse. A Hail Mary of a play coming in from the Arrow Assassin as he tried to go in for the hole, but it's just not going to be enough. Up against the All-Father himself, Savage, holding things down with the Odin being an absolute nuisance.
It is over.
Problem after problem. Funners, they take another round, and even though Wolf Machine was able to find that first kill, it just did not matter.
Good God, CEO, it was really looking bright for them, but the moment they were able to execute, that lamp just went out into oblivion of a black hole. And now, the momentum is just all in favor from the side of Funner. 6-0, as they're still trying the level best to capitalize this further and further. Wall bangs are gonna be ready and will be deployed in the nick of time. Savage will be spraying through. I don't know if any of the players have gotten damage or not, but still that is a very common angle, so they should be ignoring that for a little longer if possible. But still, Sam sees Savage inside of the garage side, but will not survive. The right click, not quite sure what was the plan, because he was not in his vision. But anyways, game spy good for one onto Mazin Buu. That's also a good frag of his own, because no more smokes available from the defenders anymore. And now they should be just fine, going for at least a couple of kills, and just maybe after that going for a take of his own. Savage will be seeing a counter Hunter's Fury, but he will still survive with the Odin in hand. But now Game Spy will be getting rid of him with the Marshall. 3-3, as the attackers still have, the defenders still have the advantage when it comes to the weaponry. But I do think in the nick of time they will be recovered. But still, ARJ good for one, looking for more, as Sami will be trading it off. So much blow is happening here, as I do see Snowflakes going for a dash outside, and he just shortied it out.
If this Matt could ever play like this in our ranked games, I wouldn't have gotten a red carpet.
Not gonna comment on that, but anyways,
that's the life of playing with Snowflakes. You can ask Maisha.
Yeah,
it's pretty much the same.
Somehow I cannot doubt it, because I've seen it. I hate to agree, but I'm sorry, Snow. I've seen it on your own screen share.
Legendary bottom fragger in ranked, legendary top fragger in a tournament room. Something's wrong with this guy.
Well, looks like he will not be surviving for that long, but he will be able to escape the vicinity with 20 HP. No healers available, so he'll have to use what he has. Wifushin, however, can be doing the exact opposite for his own teammates, but the frags needs to come in, which it did. That is the Odin player silenced, but looks like Arrow Assassin is actually doing the exact same thing. Kind of getting pissed here that if they're playing the Odin, what if we do the same? Because we need the Norse god in our favor. Majin Buu playing a very patient game here. If he can go for a perfectly timed paranoia, that's gonna be something. But then again, the doggy's gonna be deployed, and Majin Buu will have to escape. And bad timing, I must admit. But even after that, he just survived. How the hell?
Lord.
How did he survive that?
That's just
Anyways.
a Majin Buu moment. Hero Assassin, though, using the gift being given to him by Savage to its fullest. Early amounts of damage, holding down the line. It's gonna be Exorcist who's just shutting things down. Simp up and towards the sky and a gut flick and a half to bring him back down to earth. Last one's to be spotted. Information already gained. Sami trying to find an angle to maybe try and take the fight with here. 7 seconds for ARG to get his stun back in towards his hands. Timing is key as they're trying to work their way up here. Information not yet found. ARJ needs to clear this angle, needs to hit the shot, and he's gonna be able to do so. A good small readjustment is all that he needed, and because of the positioning being given away by his teammate, pretty sure the killjoy is already known. Dusted on one spot, Sami able to find the kill, and it's all up to the Sentinels to try and go in for the hit, go in for the clutch. It's gonna be Exorcist who tries to spray it down, but his shots just do not connect, and the CEOs, they get the first share in their hands. The 7-1 scoreline is a tough one to come on back from, but it just needs the grit and that one round to turn things on its head, as the comeback could be initiated, but it all depends on how much the CEOs are willing to adapt.
Absolutely. Because so the way the players of CE are playing now, this is where they can break the momentum. But then again, that was a very heavy round from their side as well. And I must admit that particular alarm bot was the X factor for Sami, because that actually detained Exorcist, allowing him to win the gunfight as well, because Sami himself survived with a slither of HP, and looks like this is a momentum they are gonna be allowed to keep, as ARJ will be able to get the refrag of his fallen teammate, but at least the locations are revealed. Problem for them, however, is that they lost their smoke from the side of Funners. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult to hold them, even though they are agents who can probably use their utils as discount smokes, but I'm not counting on them. Meebon, however, or should I say Snowflakes, responsible yet another kill, and now they're gonna be all the way rotating back to B, thinking that it might be a B hit after all, because their hit onto A has collapsed completely. Simp, he's just chilling as of now, getting inside of garage probably, but still after that things may get bad to worse. But Exorcist, he better be ready for this. Arrow Assassin is expecting someone, but the timing needs to be on point so that they can isolate the Cypher, but not necessarily. The neural threat is gonna be on point, and there you have it. The sprays are gonna be there and all over the place. It's Exorcist's world, and we're just living in it. And where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna hide? Like, from a Cypher ult. 7-1, make it a 8-1. CEO, good attempt. But the momentum, once again, just vanquished into oblivion. It's gonna take a lot more effort, and I hate to say it, but it's just Funners being a lot more experienced team here. I do not mean to demean CEO, and I'm not doing that either. But Funners? Yeah, they're just the big boys here.
Yeah, they're playing a completely different game. This is their own map, and you can tell that they have practiced it out, and they are 100% certain of what they are truly capable of. Good early stun here, holding it down on the line, as positions already being gained in every turn. They're just going to be able to run them down one after the other. Exorcist still holding things down over on the opposite side, and because of the mid push, They have no idea where to go. See you trying to run away. They're just gonna get completely caught off, and it's gonna be Exorcist. Wow! Once again, holding things down.
Let's go.
The man, the myth, the legend, the person that has disappeared off of the face of Valorant for a pretty long time is now back in the running to be the very best once more. It's Exorcist. He gets another 4K to make sure his team will stay in the lead and be the dominant force. As the members of CEO, they're just left scratching their heads to try and figure out how to even turn this one on its head. What do they do here?
It's gonna be difficult to find an answer at this instance because it kind of feels like that the game has kind of reached a point of no return already. As I do see both the Jets trading their blows, but then again, things are looking very bad for the side of CEO, even though the heals are gonna be dispatched from their side. And not to mention, you did compliment Exorcist as he has been doing his own exorcism against the devils. But as of now, CEO will have to find themselves to be the religious ones, so that they may not be diminished into hell by the Exorcist. And again, ARJ is going to be joining their arrow shots and will be able to pick himself right back up, but now needs to get a kill. This is gonna make things a lot more difficult because now he can at least get some confirmation or intel for his teammates. But yeah, there you go. That's gonna be confirming he will survive, but instantaneous savage is like, no, go back to your grave. You don't deserve here. And now 2 to 3. The attackers will have objective control, allowing themselves to have a little bit more longer time to go for a plan. They do also have the lockdown available, so that should be able to burn at least 8 seconds out of the 45 seconds of defusal time. But then again, I think he's waiting for a rainy day. I do wonder if Savage has his... No, never mind, he does not. So that's actually a good decision, I must say, as Whiff Machine, a triple kill of his own as every single player just dived in to get the kill. 9 to 2 is gonna be on the first half, last round before the swap, but then again, making a 9 to 3 is gonna be a recommendation, even though people may say it's cursed. But then again, the way Funners have been playing, Aggie, I'm not going to be surprised if they hit double digits on the first half.
The way that they've been playing, it's not really just that curse factor. They need it at this point. Regardless, though, if they push on over to the defensive side, because they don't have the similar level of utility to stop the members of Funners, they're relying purely on their gunfights for every turn. They found the kill over towards Mazin Bu, and that is huge. This is the best opportunity for them to even try and figure out a round, but look at the amount of damage being done by the Odin in the hands of Savage. He's able to bring them down to the last sliver of HP, a couple of bullets and a dagger maybe towards the chest, and they're already done. Snowflakes with a triple, he's holding down the line. Last one now to be hunted as the Cypher's hat comes off. Sami? It's probably accepted his fate now. Living in a world full of demons and snowflakes. He's the Ark. 10 to 2. As the members of Funners, they take the round steadily. And with that, I don't know what else to say. As the first half goes away on a dominant 10 to 2 scoreline, members of CEO, their backs are against the wall. If a comeback is to start, this first round is pretty much the last round of this entire matchup.
Right here.
That's for certain, because if they don't happen to win this first round from the side of CEO, they will not have any more advantages to bring at least narrow the gap down, let alone having a comeback. Winning 8 rounds in consecutive order is not child's play. And not to mention, if they happen to lose this run, which might be a possibility, they're gonna lose the second one as well, because there is a high chance they'll have to force it. And forced buy rounds are not always a given. You have to take the push, you have to take the risk, and you have to put your economy on the gamble. But as of now, wait for the best and hope for the ready. Hope for the best, sorry. Hope for that, and now ARJ will be the one who will be able to open the first thing. But GameSpy, I don't quite see him going for an attempt onto the refrag. Once again, not because he's afraid or something. He needs to keep himself alive as well. Whiff Machine, however, does have some answers of his own, as he has been popping off heads now. He has the flashes available. Exorcist was supposed to be the target, the prey, but he became the hunter instead. Sim Waiting for the smoke to deteriorate, but I think the plan has already gone down, or maybe it is going down as we speak. Snowflakes is also waiting for the smoke to go off so that they can go for a commitment together. Hugging the corner. Simp might be ready for this, or maybe not. Miboon, or should I say Snowflakes? This is not sure get his kill, even though the trace is still there, I don't think so, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of utility coming up as well in towards the hands, and the smoke placement just perfect coming out from Mazenbu as well. The fact that he placed the smoke a little bit further back as the players are running in from the doorway, no one can even take a diagonal swing. So if you do a W swing, you're just way slower on that angle as well. And because you're exposing yourself to multiple different angles, pretty much you're guaranteed to just die out in the most horrible way possible. I love the placement of each and every one of the smokes being given by Mazenbu. And the members of CEO, they're just dumbfounded of how to even try to come back against it. Timings have been perfect, and the improvement of Mazenbu is the biggest surprise, I would say, as well. He's not been making a lot of mistakes. Snowflakes with the swing and a shot miss coming in from Sim pretty much demolished the chances they could have had to try and hold on to this round. It's already 11-2. The force buys have come out. If they lose this, they're done for here. Their tournament lives are now done.
It's almost done and dusted. Let's be very honest about it. It's games by Sami, and Era Assassin does have his Sengi's to work with, but even after that, things are looking very, very awkward for them. Snowflakes doesn't even need a gun here, as he will have the backups from his teammates. It's all up to Sami now with a stinger in his hand. But then again, he'll have to sting like a bee and fly like a butterfly probably, but still, it doesn't even matter at this point. Try to get rid of a couple of vandals maybe, but then again, it's gonna be matching for your opposition. He's gonna find the first, now waiting for the second, because there's no point in saving these guns. He will be going down with the spike, but maybe trying to recover a vandal or something. An upgrade will be there, but he is making a run for it, so I do kind of understand that he wants to have this on the next round because they force bought this round, so having a vandal in question might be difficult, if not impossible. So I would say a good decision, but it is match point from the side of Funners, as they're just one round away to put themselves on the quarterfinals.
Just gonna need to wait and see how things go here. For the members of CEO, this is the chance that they were hoping to find. But one last moment where things could go their way. But from the way that they're moving around, their body language doesn't look that good here.
Stacking.
They're gambling everything. They're making mistakes. Savage, he's waiting for the 5 exorcists. Just peeks around the corner. He's gonna be able to catch out GameSpy. Another one to be killed as well. He has no idea where to go. Assassin, he does find one, but Savage finds the double. The last one, already known position-wise. And he will fall. ARJ, he takes the victory for his team. And a dominant 13-3 scoreline to end things off. 30-2, sorry. That's good. God, this team, they have shown no mercy to their opposition.
Absolutely, because of the fact that Funners has insane experience. There's actually no doubts about it. CEO players, yeah, they were not able to do very good over this, but then again, I will still say this is nothing to be disheartened about because you still got 2 rounds against a very dominant team. That is something you can still celebrate, and you can obviously learn through the game you have just played, and maybe you can also come back to the VODs. And from our analogy, and at the same time, the positioning of your position, the way they put their utilities, the way they stack, the way they get the refrags, yada yada yada, you will figure things out, and eventually you'll find yourself on the top, probably around the future. So for CEO, it is a little sad to bid farewell to them from this tournament, as Funners will be the one who will be proceeding towards the quarterfinals. Well, it was kind of given, but then again, CEO, really good attempt. But then again, maybe on a different map, they could have had a bit more of a flexibility, because we know how Snowflakes and his buddies plays on this map in particular, as we have the MVP screen on our screen. It's kind of a replication or a rundown of the game we just witnessed, because you can see Savage was a monster with an average combat score of 434, while Sami, well, he is pretty far away. But then again, he did try his best. But to be very honest, in the end, who was the MVP, who was able to get more kills, who had more econ or whatever, actually doesn't matter. What really matters is the teamwork. And I have to admit, when it comes to Funners, the teamwork was just on point.
That's what really comes down to it at the end of the day, doesn't it? Whichever team is able to go the distance, whichever team wants it more than the other. And that's the thing, Shrishta. That's what the game of Valorant boils down to. Your desire to take the victory and the amount of hours that you put into your craft. And here, it's just tough. It really is. But to change things around from there, the members of CEO, they should not really take this one to heart. They played their hearts out. They did well. A couple of these rounds really came down to the wire, forcing their opposition to really play their hands correctly. And one mistake, and their entire team could have fallen apart. So CEO, give yourself time, go back to the drawing board, keep grinding out the game. To reach the level that the Funners are in, they put years upon years of playtime to get to this point. To get to that stage as well, you need to put in double the effort if you want to catch up to them in a much more of a shorter time span.
Mm-hmm. And there's no other way to say actually what you described, because that is the ugly truth of any competitive shooter. You grind and you learn. There is no other shortcut here, that how do I learn this or that. And you may even say that maybe, just maybe, we get to have some ideas on some YouTube videos or something, but even then you have to put those ideas or strats or whatever it is on YouTube or whatever you see or learn, you'll have to imply them so that you actually learn a lot more about the game. You will know what happens if it's successful, you'll know how to counter it, you'll know what happens, what if my setup doesn't work, so on and so forth. So from CEO, we will be expecting your presence from onto the upcoming tournaments, obviously, which will be hosted by a lot more organizations. But as of now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be looking forward to the teams one of the teams who will be joining Funners into the quarterfinals. Is it going to be Thoda Casual Hai, or is it going to be Mojar Khela Valorant? The second game is going to be prepared, and it's going to take a little while, so do stay tuned. We'll be back in a short.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my god! Come on, brother, please, no!
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
That's how you want to play it. I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
That's how you want to play it. I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stop! That's how you want to play it. I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's gonna be? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stop! That's how you want to play it. I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's gonna be? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
One more drink and then I'll leave.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stop! That's how you wanna play it. I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Hey! Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stop! That's how you want to play it. I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
One more drink and then I'll leave.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stop! That's how you want to play it.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
One more drink and then I'll leave.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stop! That's how you wanna play it. I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
One more drink and then I'll leave.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stall! That's how you wanna play it.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134 and 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stall! That's how you want to play it.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the punch!
I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134 and 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
One more drink and then I'll leave.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stall! That's how you want to play it. I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my god! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
One more drink and then I'll leave.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stop! That's how you want to play it.
Get out of my way!
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
One more drink and then I'll leave.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stall! That's how you want to play it.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the party!
I got this.
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Lag! If it's jumping between 134, 66.
Who's looking at me? Somebody's looking at me. Oh my God! Come on, brother, please, no.
Our service crushes lag with up to 99.9% uptime, gaming cache for Steam and Epic, and FTP servers that move at the speed of light.
Aspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
One more drink and then I'll leave.
স্ট্রিমিং হবে বাফারলেস, স্ট্রিমিং হবে আলট্রা এইচডিতে।
Stop! That's how you wanna play it.
Get out of my way!
I am the hunter!
Here comes the fight!
I got this.
Two very awkward names. I'm pretty damn sure we will be using the acronyms quite often. There is no questions about that. But then again, this match did take a lot of time to be prepared. But I hope the players are gonna be able to deliver. I've been going through the spreadsheet where the players' names are, and none of the players I see present into this game are actually ringing bells here. So I would just say this is gonna be something we may not be able to predict as of now, but this still should be a banger as the map is also Lotus.
Absolutely. The map of Lotus, something that we haven't seen quite often here in this entire tournament, but hopefully now with both of these squads picking things up, it is going to be a lot more interesting to say the very least. But what I need to ask you, Christian, are there any particular players that we really need to look out from either one of these teams? Because I don't really know any of them, but maybe you could give me a little bit more of insight.
I'm not quite sure actually because I'm on the same boat as you, but I think I've seen Archangel play before, or maybe that's just a very common IGN. GG Supreme doesn't ring a bell, Biscuit doesn't. Aska, however, does, because for a second I really thought if it's the female player we have called Aska, but not. I don't think that's actually the person because I actually asked Maisha if that is the same person, so not necessarily. So I would say I'm actually on the same boat as you, or unless we see some apologies for that, some insights from the admin side that maybe will have informations that what capabilities or what degrees the players are willing to push. So it's gonna be difficult for me to at least portray it, as you guys probably saw my dad on the screen because he went to the washroom. But anyways, it is gonna be Thoda Casual and Mojar Khela. I'm just gonna say TC and no, never mind. I cannot call TC because Covenant is actually a team who has already played and won the first qualifier. So I guess I'll just say casual.
Not a qualifier, first tournament.
Yeah, the one of first. Yes, my bad. First tournament.
Or
Apologies.
season.
Season 1, exactly. Well, I'm getting old, Aggie. You gotta cut me some slack, but Mojar, Khela, Valorant. Not quite sure if Valorant is gonna be.
No wonder you don't have any hair on your head.
This guy just keeps mocking me. Hey, I don't have that bad of a hair fall. Why you bully?
I will bully because you don't have hair on your head, but you have hair everywhere else.
Exactly, that makes me manly because of the testosterones. You lack them?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's sad.
testosterone. He says that's why you don't have any hair on your head. Is that it? All of the hair
I
on your
mean, you
head
can
goes to the
Google
other
it. You
part.
can Google it. That makes me look handsome.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. You can doubt me on that, but sure. But anyways, what is gonna be not having any doubt is how the players will be going for a take on their own. I can see from CTL, all the players are going for a ghost gang. They are on attack. They have taken Grubble control, but I do not quite see that form of an aggression, considering they have a double initiator composition. Actually, to be fair, both of them does. The Gecko being the common factor, but as the Fade is in play, I may lead a little bit towards that side because Fade does give you proper information on the whereabouts of the players. And as a Fade main myself, I like what I see, but I don't see a raise from the attacking side. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's just bread and butter that Fade and Raze usually does an amazing combo onto Grubble, but that's just one of them.
Systematic on the approach here as well for them. But for now, Slow and Steady wins the race. As a lot of utility have been invested from
30
either
seconds
side
left.
of this. They're trying to see if they can find the first initial opening, but even then, the teams not really finding much to play around with here at the end of the day. Slow on the uptake here as they're walking up in towards the seaside. Chances. To be presented here, the Cypher,
10 seconds
holding
left.
down the line, doesn't really have much of an answer to give in towards this. The weapon not looking that good, needs to immediately back on off and run away here. Utility being over-invested here to a certain degree as the possibility of a retake pretty much imminent as they're taking the initial fight way too early. The defense, they're scatterbrained all over the place. And time? There was no time. What just happened? Wait a minute. Did I miss something?
You did not, actually. The clock did go down, and probably the wingman didn't have enough time to go for a plant of its own, and that's exactly where the defenders shine brightly. But, you know, I do agree on you on that regard, because this round was a pistol round, but it felt like a full buy round. The amount of utilities which have been dumped and used from either of these sides, and I understand the mythologies of the game, but that's just way too passive for a round where your opposition's not going to be able to have too much utils. It's probably going to come down to the gunfight, but as of now, I do see the aggression from the attacking side, but I'm not quite sure what's their game plan here, as they're simply becoming shooting targets for the defenders, one by one. It's all Biscuit and Fuyo, but wait a second, did he just drop his ghost? I guess he just did, but anyways, he did recover Biscuit and Fuyo. Able to take one of their own. Make it a 2v2, but it's still gonna be a little bit difficult to make this plant happen. Does have the cover, but will not be planted for long whatsoever. The Cypher's super low on HP, and that's exactly what's gonna take him away. Well, it just feels like that the attackers are much more playing with the brute force in equation, because I hate to say it, Aggie, but it feels like they're just running in like headless chickens.
In a way, yes, that is exactly what they're trying to do. And they're focused on trying to get that first pick a little bit too much. But CTL, in a way, they haven't really been trying to take a lot of these early duels. They take the fights if they're just gonna wait because they have ample utility to try and stop their opposition. This is one of the biggest problems that a player can have when you're running a jet on the map of Lotus. If you don't have that raise lane, you are in a world of hurt. Or even a neon stun, which is very important to take a lot of early space. That's why Jet in this current meta just doesn't really have much of a space here on this particular map, because it's tough for her to find a lot of value that easily compared to all of the other duelists. But early on in the fight here. Chance. Now being given to slowly walk up for the attackers. Because with the stronger buys that they have now, should be able to find this. Early bits of utility already spotted. The race killed, possibly, but no. Nisco able to find one at the bare minimum, but I don't really think they're going to be able to hold on for long. A side, right for the picking, and the plant's already gone down as the defenders scrambling to try and maybe go in for a retake, but with the time ticking away, they need to go in for a play soon.
Will have to commit into something, otherwise they are going to be on the receiving end in a lot of troubles. But then again, this is going to be their this is their bonus round, so I'll cut them some slack. But then again, this slack is not going to be very much consistent as of now. The lineup is going to be there, but still, Kondo is going to be able to find one Theory with a triple of his own, and now that is going to be the cleanup duty. But still, it's all up to Asuka now in a 1v3. But I don't really see this happening, so I would bet that he will be going down with the spike unless someone else takes him. That's exactly what's gonna happen, as the Rays could not find the location. Sorry, the Gecko couldn't reveal the location. But then again, that's just a buy round from the side of CTL. I wouldn't say this translates to any confirmation quite yet, because let's be very honest, it's difficult for us to read either of these teams, because the way they're approaching the objective, the way they are attempting their executions. I understand the confidence is present, undoubtedly, but it just doesn't resonate. As of now, they are going for a full-on C-stack, nobody on a lurk or anything. The problem is, it is the Cypher's objective, and if the Cypher lifts to tilt the tail, that's gonna be a problem for the attackers. They will be sending in Prowlers and Utils as well. A lot of Util dump, if I want to be honest. Archangel will take control of the dice, but still the drops are going to be there as well. I'm not quite sure what Asuka's doing. Probably he's AFK. But it looks like the attackers have suddenly and surely picked up their pace, because they are not taking any prisoners. Technically they're 2v5, because once again, no signs of life from the side of Asuka. So I would just take that as a AFK question mark, or maybe not. He is moving. Recovered a gun as well. 3v5.
Yeah, now they're just stuck on an island. They're completely done here. Fury in towards the back, a little bit of a spin. Never mind, he's gonna be able to find the double. And Asuka comes in from the top rope to go in for the slam dunk. Good lord, the defense just turned this one on its head as Fury. Good. My man, what was this? Wait, there is a Theory with a big Y and a small Y. Hello, I just noticed this. Did you see that as well?
Yes, I did.
Can someone buy me, please?
Is that supposed to be the case?
Well,
so what do we say? Theory and Theory.
I guess we just put the emphasis on the Y, capital Y. My goodness.
I thought I was tripping for a second.
You know, even that's why I got confused with the Rays and the Gecko. Like, I'm like, wait a second. If that's Rays, then who's the Gecko? And if this is the Gecko, who's Rays? It's nearly once in a blue moon that we see players with exactly the same IGNs playing against each other. Theory diff, I'm not gonna call it quite yet, but then again, the theory. Well, gotta give kudos to him, as he got the triple kill right there. Even though the moment the triple kill happened, my stream lagged a bit, so I had to refresh. But as of now, the players of TCH, it's like they are trying to stay casual, as their name suggests. Wait a second. Is CTL really Mojar Khela Valorant? Because that doesn't quite make sense, but I guess it is.
Oh.
I'll find you.
Caught one.
Sometimes I just don't understand the players of Valorant. But anyways, Theory versus Theory might be in the equation once again. But as of now, the attackers will take full control of the objective, allowing themselves to go for a plant as well. The wingman does have proper cover. At least that's what I believe. The Cypher was trying to make sure the pen doesn't go down, but it's gonna go down and make it sure it's gonna be a 5v3 situation. Theory is gonna be meeting Theory in the process, but it's gonna be Miss Pico being a cog block. And now GG Supreme and Fuyo actually trying to deploy their own ultimate. What is this shit show, ladies and gentlemen?
Fuyo.
Once again, It is gonna be Theory. The Theory, sorry, will have the upper hand. 3-1, making it a 4-1. Messy rounds, I must admit. But yeah, you go on. You were saying?
This is just, in a way, they're hoping for the best. They're running in towards the side without that much of a much more of a concrete plan, and they're falling for it. Slow on the approach here, but in a way, it seems to be working. The members of TCL are just able to find complete domination because of it. And for the attackers, they need to establish a little bit more map control. Maybe if they want to try and push in towards the defender side spawn, because they need map control. They're allowing the attackers to go in for a free retake with all of their utility present. And if this is the future that they're trying to hold on to, then I don't really see how they're going to be able to take this victory away from the members of TCL.
That is for certain, because it does feel like the moment the plan is down, which they have found success pretty much all the rounds they've played. But the moment the plan's down, it's just they just abandons the ship altogether. And that's not gonna be keeping you afloat no matter what happens. But then again, from the side of Mojar, Khela, Valorant, I do appreciate them taking a pause timer very early in the game, because now they have a very calm mentality, and at the same time the gap is not that huge, so they should be able to stall the momentum of their opposition and rid themselves on the same page of the book. It is gonna be a half buy from their side, but then again, if they happen to win this round, they should be able to find a lot of value, making sure that they're also recovering the assault rifles from their opposition. It is gonna be a B take, as I do see the Dizzy being tossed in as safe. It's the primary target from the side of Theory. Not the capital Y, but still the plan has already gone down. This is something we have been here before, so I'm not quite sure if I should put my bets right now, because of the fact that they kind of leave the ship the moment the plan goes down. But as of now, looks like the defenders are going to be able to have the advantage no matter what happens, as they are able to retake the position successfully. As the wingman goes for the refusal, Sage is going to be able to find one. It's all up to Biscuit, but I don't think Biscuit is going to be surviving, as he will be baked by Safe.
I thought you were gonna make a Parvati biscuit joke, but never mind.
What do you take me as? Sometimes I do wonder. I mean,
Hey, listen,
you're a cat like
listen.
I didn't say that.
I mean Parvati biscuit. If you could have said something like he was missing his Parvati or something. I thought that was a joke that only you would make out of anyone else in this world.
You know, at least even after that, you need tea with biscuits. You can't find that. Biscuits, if you really need something ta in Bengali, as we say chai shate ta, it's usually the biscuit. But anyways, yeah.
What is this? A Marigold got advertisement or another thing?
Can't tell actually, but probably is. Bella biscuit hoite pare. You never know. But anyways, as of now, the attackers. I don't even know where the conversation is going, but anyways, the attackers are opting to take tree control, but I don't think they're feeling the confidence to do so, because I don't see any presence in... never mind, I do see presence from their side, but then again, Nightfall is gonna be popping in, making them deafened, and now the power is also gonna be tossed in to isolate all the players. Theory will not survive this, as Fuyo and Archangel able to get their own. Mexico able to find one of his own with the neural theft as well, and now looking for more. Probably Biscuit will be eating up Kondo this time, and now it's all to Misliko and Save for one. But now the Omen, 1v2. Possibilities are high, but then again, he is lost in the middle of nowhere. He's TPing into oblivion. This can be a blessing or a curse. The HP doesn't favor him. And there you have it.
Yeah, Fuyo's just locked in, trained, and ready to go in for that final shot. The CTL, they've taken the round. A little bit too close for comfort, but the trades are present. TCH, that one pause was pretty much all that was required to really break this team's overall momentum. Now back to the drawing board to try and re-establish it. Take things slow, one step at a time. Do not rush into any of these different opportunities. It's one of the key points that you need to remember about the game of Valorant, that once you start to be a little bit too overzealous, that's when your team will really start to drop down on their knees. Hopefully.
Where's the alerts?
Yeah, they haven't really been establishing any form of map control either. That's another big part. That they're putting all their eggs in one basket. If they get the take, they get it. Otherwise, they're trying to play the mid round by doing things slowly. I don't like the odds of them winning out on this at all.
Neither do I, because it doesn't make any sense to me when you think about it. But then again, there is an op of a rotation because they kind of understand C is not going to be possible for them as they have taken global control, as the Cypher is going to be holding on to A. Keeping himself all the information he can get his hands on. But then again, the Cypher needs to get some backup right now and right here. Then again, he knows that it's going to be a fight of his own as he's trying to survive as long as he can, and he will find success. Archangel getting rid of safe here. Suko knows exactly where his oppositions are. Will be tagging his own twin brother, and now the plan's going down as well on a 4v5. A successful plan, putting it in yet another post plan, which has not been lacking from the attacking side, but Kando, a triple of his own, looking for more as he knows the rest of the players are stuck inside of that tree side. There you have it. Theory be deploying a showstopper to stop the show right here. And gotta admit that CTL, even though they have a couple of rounds and they can get the plan done, but the post plan is something TCH is just way too good on, because there have been some exceptions, Eggy slipping through the cracks, but even then, the factor is how many bodies have you lost? Quite a lot. Let's just be honest about it.
Yep. They're dropping fast as well. 62 on the scorecards, which is another big issue, I would say, at the end of the day. So they're losing rounds, and you're losing it at a very rapid pace. With CTL, they're able to turn around one round, but that one round doesn't really mean that you're stabilizing your overall economy. This is pretty much their last buy round in a way. Their loss streak bonus completely demolished. And if they lose here, going on to another save and a possible loss there will pretty much guarantee the members of TCH another round. Pretty much their do or die to keep themselves in the running to maybe take this over to an even scoreline of a 6-6. A calm before the storm for both of these teams as they're trying to work things out here.
I don't like the odds of it, man.
Yeah, they need to take it slow, one step at a time. Otherwise, I don't really see how they're going to be changing this one in.
That's just one factor of the equation, not to mention, if Asuka finds any kill or if he's able to secure an orb, the ultimates are going to be popping up all over the place, because look at the defender's ults. They actually have ults ready, and some of them are extremely useful. On the other side of the spectrum, you can't quite say the same for the attackers, because Fuyo, yes, he does have the ultimate, so does the Omen, but the rest of them are really far away from having them available, and that's exactly where they may falter. But then again, Biscuit, able to capitalize as Theory will get rid of Theory and GG Supreme. But still,
One enemy
they
remaining.
still have to make some progress, and from the looks of it, the attackers, they've kind of faltered. The Cypher is gonna be stuck in an island, able to try to make a difference, but again, they just left the ship abandoned to the pirates to plunder it all over the place. Hey, if you really intend to put the spike down inside of backwaters, don't leave the objective, because you cannot contest it from main, from the hump either. What's the game plan from the side of CTL? I'm really not getting an answer, and now, considering your positions have good ultimates, I don't know if the Thresh was utilized, probably not. That makes life much more difficult, considering this is a half buy from their side.
I don't really think that they're or even utilizing the fullest capabilities of their skills, because currently they're hoping for the best, and again, they're not thinking their plan through as they're trying to rush in for these entries. They're hoping to find
Oh,
kills,
good
but hoping to
God.
go in for kills is just not gonna be enough. You need to work the map, you need to utilize your utility to try and force your opponents into an uncomfortable situation, but TCH, it's just allowing them to run into their awaiting arms, putting them in a bear hug and then just crushing them. It's a slaughter. In a way, CTL, they look as though they have given up hope on this. And unless something changes in this round, I don't see how they're going to be able to turn things around from the first half even.
Beginning of the thing, very honest, because now they are on this kind of
Spike
forced
down
by, because I wouldn't say that they are having the best of the utilities available, because they're really on a very spendy one. But still, some utils will be traded here from both the initiators, but even after that, the spike is in no man's land, and that's exactly where they're kind of fumbling. I'm not quite sure what's the game plan here. They're sending the spiker first, but then again, Save getting a double kill of his own, and now once again, it feels like we've been here before. They are stuck in an island, and no ships are coming tonight as the pirates keep plundering whatever loot they have. We are versus the world. Good for one, good for two, but now I don't think he's gonna be able to survive in front of Mistletoe. This was a very bloody round, to be very exact, but then again, the economical advantage from the defensive side is just unprecedented. I think they don't even have a proper buy this time. And on top of that, to put salt on the wound. Look at the ultimates available from the defensive side. They can just use the entire world's wrath against them. CTL. It was supposed to be a fun game of Valorant, as their name suggests, but looks like the side of Thoda casual hai. Bilkul bhi casual nahi hai.
I'll give you that one. For now, though, there needs to be a change in their overall setup. Angel's gonna be able to take out the camera to just deny a bit of information, but what are they really denying at the end of the day, Krishna? Chance of a 10-2. This will go just... It's another free kill. He's finding frag after frag, and this is tough. But at the end, this is what the game of Valorant boils down to. Devour or to be devoured. As their opponents showcasing their skill and prowess, but hopefully we'll see that spark that has been missing from the members of CTL here. It's time given. They are going to be opting for the entry. But this is the best chance that they could have to try and hold everything down. One Gecko alone can't really do everything now, can he? Flashed out, going through. They're not able to find the kill. Gecko stays alive! He's alive! And Safe gets a kill! It's a tragedy waiting to happen. Archangel can't even see anything anymore. Oscar just runs through. Plan's gone down, but this does not even matter. Last one to be spotted as Puyo comes in to take everything down, but he will not be able to hold on.
I cannot make any answer out of this. How the Gecko survived? He just walked past Fountain as if it's our usual walk in Dhanmondi Park. Not even Mohammadpur actually, because I did think we will be having some knives because of the domination, but
Right there.
what just happened? It was a you said it. It was given to them. It was a free objective. Get the kill on the Gecko and make sure that they don't have the advantage. But instead, they were the ones to lose the bodies.
Right there.
Yeah, I don't like the odds of it, my guy. I'm not gonna say to give up, but still, CTL will need a miracle and a half as our UIs have kind of disappeared, not able to see what's happening here. But then again, it is just a technical difficulty as we get to see what's happening in the game though, even though the kill death ratios are not quite visible, nor the utils, but as of now, we will be seeing Save getting rid of the Supreme, even though the Fate should have been a much more superior agent here. But looks like Fury He's going to be establishing a theory of his own, as his teammates are no exception, as Theory getting rid of Theory and Fuyo. Fuya.
Fuyo!
Man, that's something, but no, not even a tongue twister, but still.
It's not a tongue twister. Say it with me. Fuyo!
Fuya. Never mind.
Never mind. Not that.
Yeah,
This is what happens whenever Kresto casts at night, guys. It's okay. This is why he needs a restraining order.
Would you give it to me?
No.
Then alrighty. But at least from the looks of it, I think the scoreline is 11-2, even though it's not visible on our screen. But it's kind of given because of the amount of rounds the oppositions have taken. Theory is not going for any buys whatsoever, as he is very confident with the ghost in his hand, as they are just taking control of ASAD. The Fade is a lonely soul inside the objective, getting one for himself, but that's all he's good for. Now, 1 minute left on the clock. The spike's gonna go down with any contestation, as the attackers just feast on the flesh of their opposition. They are just looking for to paint the walls in red by their enemy's color. There's only one Jet surviving in a 1v4. But yeah, is it disconnected? He's not moving even.
Possibly.
Archangel?
Yeah, he has been lagging a little bit here, so could just be done for here overall. It's a tough place for them to be in.
Yep, he's decent.
Yeah, they're just done. Last round, ladies and gentlemen. Four members of CTL just couldn't really do much at all here. Is their team completely dismantled? But it's kind of not really their fault anymore now, is it?
It's not their fault, Aggie, but I guess the technical difficulties are actually gonna be popping off, so we're gonna be
No,
taking
I'm
a
gonna break.
Do we need a break, or I guess we'll just do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in a short while. And gentlemen, now we will be back in action almost at the end of the game because of a technical difficulty arising from our side, even though there is one more thing that Aggie has been disconnected, so I'll have to carry on missing my brother here. But as of now, the attackers are aggressing towards onto the A side. They have been looking very confident, so this time is not going to be any exception, as Theory is going to be the person who may be tossing their bombshells in to flush out anybody inside of that stairway. Probably so, they will find success, but as it seems, the players of the Archangel, the players of CTL are also finding some of their own, how do I put it, success, as it's all up to Aska, which could have been match point. It is match point even for now. Still, it's gonna take a little longer to make this clutch happen, and as it seems, it's not planted for him, and there you go, Archangel will take absolute advantage of that, as Theory and his wingman is gonna take the duty to go for the refusal. It was 12-2, make it a 12-3 as CTL keeps themselves alive, barely clinging onto this ledge of destruction, just like Mufasa and Scar. It looks like Mufasa still does have the abilities to stay on before Simba becomes an orphan. I did not just say that. Anyways, TCH. They are going for eco rounds as it seems, so probably CTL have a chance at this time around. But then again, this is a huge if factor. They'll have to be very careful on these takes, but they are being hyper careful, if I want to be honest, because I can literally see them checking all the angles, and I know for a fact that Safe and Kandokar, sorry, Kandokander are amazing players. As you can see the kills on their feed, every single soul from the side of TCH have touched the double digit, while none of the side of CTL has quite yet. It's a huge pressure for them. And again, they'll have to find success as they are opting to for C take after all, as Kandokander will be rendezvousing with his teammates through the doorway, and now the players are making their way inside of C, but the attackers have pretty much swarmed the location. Even if the sprays comes in, that's gonna be a problem. Post plan, and now all they have to do is hunker down and wait for the push from the attackers. Let them make the first mistake, but looks like Theory is just gonna be a bit more stronger here, as he will be getting rid of Theory here, but Fuyo, Misiko, as they're gonna be trading blows here. Theory getting one more on the save, and now the refusal is gonna be coming in, but still, it is having a little bit of harder time, as it is all up to Aska in a 1v4. Good for one, looking for more. The half refusal is already done. He can just take it if he wants to. In theory, is low on HP, so was Biscuit, but even with that, they don't even care. They are happy with the fact that they took the round away from the hands and the clutches of TC8. Extremely close rounds, and I must admit, Theory and... who was it? I think it was Biscuit, yeah. Theory and Biscuit. They definitely needed a doctor after that, but then again, the doctors came, and now 12-4.
Keep up.
Yeah, I'm still not finding the confidence for a comeback, but I do believe CTL has what it takes to make it happen. They are still trying to hunker down as much as they can, but this time around TCH's aggression has kind of narrowed down, as they are going for a broken door take instead. A wise decision if you ask me, as Heaven's gonna be needed out, as there you go, that was expected. Theory is gonna be taken out by Kando, and now Fuyo with an Odin in hand. He can spray, but the problem is he needs to find the angles to go for just that. The plan's gonna go down in the nick of time. These plays are extremely happening fast. Yeah, exactly, but Theory, low on HP, but still survives that with the showstopper in hand. We'll just toss it in, even though some damage will be done to the players. I believe that was the fate after all, and now it's all up to Biscuit, who will be eaten after all, as it is gonna be none other than Thoda Casual Hai, jo aage nikal jayega. I'm sorry for speaking Hindi, but then again, it just had to be like that. And man, Mojar Khela Valorant, good attempt, but they just could not hang on. But I really hope Thoda Casual Hai is ready to fight against Funners on the quarterfinals, as they are their contestants. I'm damn sure that Smokeflix is watching the stream just to have some fun of his own. But then again, now we have the MVP screen on your screen, which is kind of straightforward, if I want to be honest, because Theory, capital Y, by the way, important, as he was the entry for his team, even though he does not have any first bloods. That kind of raises my eyebrows quite a bit, but I guess this is completely fine because his teammates kind of wrapped it up for him. Biscuit was the best player from the attacking side, or should I say from the side of Mojar Valorant, but frankly speaking, it's just an indication their um experience is a little lackluster. So kind of sad to see them going down like this, but then again, they were able to put up a great fight against Thoda Casual. His CEO kind of had the same thing against Funners, but then again, make no mistake that Funners is a much more frightening team compared to TCH. But not that I'm saying that TCH doesn't have any shot against Funners on this upcoming brackets onto the quarterfinals. But now what we wanted to see, it is the scoreboard of the post game. 4-13. Definitely not something you can be proud of, but then again, you did your absolute best. And at the same time, what I do want to compliment from the side of CTL is every single player at least has one first blood. That's an indication they know where to take the duty and carry it further. TCH, well, they were not too far away actually because they played as a team as a whole. CTL, there were moments they just did not had any answer and just ran inside the objective like there was no tomorrow. And once the plan went down, they abandoned the ship, as the song in Assassin's Creed Black Flag says, leave her, Johnny, leave her. But it's just sad to see them going down like this. But TCH, I'm pretty damn sure their fans are gonna be happy with the progression they've made. But trust me when I say the competition just gets much more harder here on out. Because let's be honest, Mojar Valorant, they are, and so applies to Thoda Casual hai, is they are newcomers because we haven't seen them in the previous times or in the past of Valorant scene, and at least on stream matches. So I do believe personally that Mojar Valorant does have a lot of potential to improve because their brute forces are amazing, but then again, the basics needs to be a bit more polished. Thoda Casual hai, you did amazing, but then again, a bigger challenge lies ahead of you. And this is something they'll have to take in consideration. I'm pretty damn sure that both of these teams, the quarterfinalists, will be visiting each other's map. For example, Funners will be taking this match, and TCH will be taking the match between Funners and CEO so that they can have an understanding how these teams play. Once again, we had Lotus and Heaven. Maps with 3 objectives. It can either be a blessing or a curse, but as of now, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearing to the end of the stream and the nearing to the end of the round of 16, as we have one more day of the round of 16, which will be having matches from Team Revenus versus Untitled and SLE Sports and Team Tamey, from what I can see on my screen. But till then, this is me, Cristiano says, as Aggie has disconnected. Signing out. Hope to see you on the next stream, and bye-bye.
I've got this.
গেল
হ্যাঁ, কারেন্ট